There is something strangely revealing about the way people touch their wallets. Some people open it with confidence. Others open it with tension. For many people, the wallet has quietly become a symbol of anxiety. Bills, pressure, lack, stress, survival. And Florence Scovel Shinn believed that objects connected to money can become emotionally charged through repetition, which means every time a person touches their wallet while thinking, "There's never enough. I'm struggling. Money disappears too fast." They may unknowingly be reinforcing scarcity emotionally and subconsciously. Now imagine reversing that completely. Imagine turning your wallet into a symbol of expectation instead of fear, because Florence believed your spoken word carries creative power. Not occasionally, continually. And what you repeatedly declare with emotion begins to impress itself upon the subconscious mind. That subconscious impression then influences behavior, awareness, confidence, and even the opportunities themselves. Now, before we go further, I want you to do something unusual. Take your wallet or purse in your hand. Seriously. Whether there is money inside it or not does not matter. Hold it for a moment, because from this point onward, we are going to begin changing the emotional meaning attached to it. Most people touch their wallet while emotionally preparing for loss. Florence would likely say that this creates resistance around money itself, and resistance blocks flow. That is why she repeatedly warned people against fearful speech and emotional expectation. Because, according to Florence, words spoken with feeling become seeds planted in the subconscious mind. And eventually, the subconscious begins producing conditions that match those inner expectations. Now, listen carefully to this. Florence once said, "Your word is your wand." Think about that for a moment. Your word, your repeated internal dialogue, your emotional declarations, they quietly shape the atmosphere of your life. This is why some people constantly attract opportunities, while others remain trapped in repeating cycles of stress and struggle. Not because they are more worthy, not because they are luckier, but because one person continually speaks life into possibility, while the other continually reinforces limitation. And most people do not even realize they are doing it. Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I can't afford that. I'm always broke. Nothing ever works out for me"? Florence believed those statements became subconscious instructions. That is why she taught people to consciously replace fearful declarations with powerful new assumptions. Now here is where this becomes fascinating. The subconscious mind responds strongly to repetition and emotional association, which means if you repeatedly touch your wallet or purse while speaking words of increase, gratitude, and expectation, you begin changing the emotional relationship you have with money itself. And emotional relationships matter enormously because many people secretly fear money. They fear losing it. They fear not having enough. They fear what others think about wealth. They fear success itself. But Florence believed fear repels the very things people desire most. Faith attracts, fear constricts. Now hold your wallet again for a moment and quietly repeat these words. Money flows to me easily and unexpectedly. Again. Money flows to me easily and unexpectedly. Do not rush the words. Feel them, because the emotional feeling behind words matters more than robotic repetition. This is not about pretending to be rich overnight. It is about changing the emotional atmosphere surrounding money in your subconscious mind. And according to Florence, when the subconscious changes, the outer world begins responding differently too. Opportunities appear, ideas arrive, confidence grows. Conversations change, sometimes slowly, sometimes surprisingly fast, but it begins internally first. Now notice something important. Most people touch money with tension. They check their wallet, expecting disappointment. They open banking apps expecting bad news. They think about bills before blessings. Florence would likely say they are mentally preparing for lack every single day. And preparation matters, because whatever you emotionally prepare for consistently begins shaping your perception of reality. This is why some people seem magnetically lucky. They expect life to support them. That expectation changes behavior, energy, and awareness in powerful ways. Now there is another hidden reason why this wallet exercise matters so much. Florence Scovel Shinn believed the subconscious mind responds deeply to symbols, and whether people realize it or not, the wallet is one of the strongest financial symbols in modern life. Think about it. People carry it everywhere. Touch it daily. Associate it with survival, freedom, security, status, fear. Over time, emotional energy becomes attached to it. That means many people are unknowingly carrying around a symbol of financial stress every single day. But what happens if you consciously change the meaning? What happens if your wallet stops representing struggle and starts representing supply? That changes emotional direction. And emotional direction changes behavior more than most people realize. This is why Florence taught people to speak differently even before results appeared physically. Because she understood something modern psychology is only now rediscovering. The subconscious mind responds strongly to repeated emotional suggestion. That is why successful people often speak differently during difficult periods. Even when circumstances are uncertain, they refuse to continually speak defeat into their future. Now, this does not mean denying reality. Florence was not teaching fantasy. She was teaching inner authority. The ability to stop emotionally hypnotizing yourself into fear every single day. Now I want you to try something powerful. The next time you open your wallet, instead of feeling tension, pause for a moment and repeat, I always have more than enough. Again, I always have more than enough. Notice how different that feels emotionally. At first, the mind may resist it. That is normal, because most people have spent years repeating the opposite. But repetition creates familiarity, and familiarity slowly becomes belief. That is why Florence constantly emphasized the spoken word. She understood that emotionally repeated words begin to shape identity itself. Now, I want you to type this phrase below in the comments. Money flows to me easily and unexpectedly. Type it below right now. Not because comments magically create wealth, but because repetition matters. Florence believed spoken words begin to impress themselves upon the subconscious mind. And the more emotionally natural abundance begins to feel internally, the more differently you start to respond externally. Now, here is where many people unknowingly block financial flow. They become obsessed with how. How will it happen? Where will it come from? What if it fails? What if nothing changes? But Florence repeatedly taught that supply often arrives through unexpected channels, unexpected opportunities, unexpected people, unexpected ideas, unexpected timing. This is why desperation becomes dangerous. Desperation narrows possibilities. Faith expands it. A fearful mind says, there is only one way this can work. A calm, expectant mind says, I am open to unexpected abundance. That openness changes perception dramatically. You begin noticing opportunities you previously ignored. You become more relaxed in conversations, more creative, more observant, more confident, and confidence itself becomes magnetic. Now imagine carrying your wallet differently, starting today, not as a reminder of pressure, but as a symbol of increase, not as evidence of limitation, but as a physical anchor for expectation. That small, emotional shift may sound insignificant, but Florence believed small, repeated shifts eventually transform entire lives. Now, perhaps the most powerful part of this entire practice is not the wallet itself. It is what the ritual does to your emotional state. Because every time you touch your wallet consciously and repeat empowering words, you interrupt old patterns. Instead of reinforcing fear, you begin reinforcing expectations. An expectation is powerful. Florence believed people often receive exactly what they secretly expect from life, not merely what they want, what they expect. That hidden expectation silently shapes decisions, awareness, behavior, and emotional energy every single day. This is why two people can face the exact same circumstance, yet move toward completely different futures. One continually speaks of defeat, the other quietly prepares for an increase. Now think carefully about this. How many people touch their wallet while mentally rehearsing a disaster? How will I pay for this? I'm falling behind. Nothing ever changes. Florence would likely say those repeated emotional declarations become subconscious instructions, and over time, the subconscious begins reflecting them outwardly. But what if you changed the instruction? What if every interaction with money became intentional? What if every time you touched your wallet, you quietly repeated, "Money flows to me easily and unexpectedly," or "I always have more than enough," or "Divine abundance now flows into my life"? Can you see what happens over time? Fear slowly weakens, calm begins growing, expectation changes, confidence rises, and once confidence changes, behavior changes naturally too. You start carrying yourself differently, thinking differently, speaking differently. You become more open to opportunities rather than mentally filtering them out of fear. This is one reason why some people seem strangely lucky around money. They are emotionally available for increase. Fear blocks awareness. Faith expands it. Florence never taught passive wishful thinking. She taught alignment. Thought, emotion, speech, expectation. When these begin moving together instead of fighting each other internally, life often starts changing in surprising ways. Sometimes opportunities appear suddenly. Sometimes ideas arrive unexpectedly. Sometimes the right conversation happens at exactly the right moment. And often people call this a coincidence. Florence would probably call it harmony. Now tonight, before you sleep, take your wallet into your hand once more. And instead of worrying, instead of rehearsing fear, instead of mentally preparing for struggle, repeat these words slowly. Money flows to me easily and unexpectedly. Again, money flows to me easily and unexpectedly. And as you repeat them, imagine your life beginning to open instead of close. Imagine opportunities moving toward you. Imagine support appearing. Imagine unexpected increases entering your life through channels you cannot yet see. Because Florence believed life responds not only to action, but to inner expectation. And perhaps the greatest hidden secret is this: the moment you stop treating money as an enemy, you begin allowing it to flow differently through your life. If this video resonated with you, give it a like and subscribe so we can continue this amazing journey together.